is it beneficial to have a message? Or, talk about a little bit of all of that good stuff, right?
I would say this. An analogy I use, it's like when you are looking for a job, what do? You create a resume. You have an idea of what types of jobs you're looking for. You make sure that that verbiage meets what it is that you're trying to accomplish. You show up to that interview looking to the nine, fresh, clean. You're eager, excited, and ready. You care about the appearance that you're putting out there because you're trying to get a job. Well, it's the same with business, right? You're trying to get people to give you their money for their products or services. So the answer is, do you need one? If you want to be successful. if your goal is just to have a business for the sake of having a business, then by all means, baby, have at it. But if you want to have a successful business that is able to provide for your lifestyle, that is able to have longevity, then yes, you need a message. You need a business message, and it's all a part of your branding. Your branding is essentially your resume and your presentation the day you show up for that interview. All of that goes into it, that is exactly what your brand is. And that's why it's important. You know how they have that saying that you never get a second chance at a first impression? That's exactly what it is with your business. If people can't really read your logo, that's going to make an impact. If the quality of your social media post is not really there, that's going to make an impact. That's going to make a person pause for a second and think before they actually work with you. So you don't really want to put up all of these barriers when you're trying to get business. And that's why I say, if you want your business to be successful, you have to consider these things. And unfortunately, a lot of entrepreneurs surprisingly do not. And I don't think it's the fault of any one entrepreneur. I think it's something that just happens because we're not taught. School doesn't teach us about entrepreneurship. School doesn't teach us about being financially free. These are things that through life you get a little nugget here and a nugget there, and you start to try to expand your knowledge on these things. And you really don't know what you don't know. But I appreciate you, Jay, for creating this platform where we're able to share that knowledge. So short answer, yes, you do need one. And then to follow up with the question on the screen, how do you develop a powerful business message? So the best way to do that is to remember that we are not salesmen. You can't make anyone buy anything, right? We are not in the business of selling products or services. We are in the problem solving business. That is, it don't matter what industry you're in, who you are. Anthony solves the problem of nonprofits who need to fund their business. That's a problem he's solving. He doesn't just have a nonprofit business, he's solving a problem. And Jay, he's solving a problem of the lack of education out there sometimes or the accessibility of the education out there for fellow entrepreneurs. So he created this entire platform. He knew that working for a job would not provide financial freedom, so he solved that problem with real estate. So if you think about it in those terms as being a problem solver, then when it comes to your business message, it makes a lot more sense, right? Because that's not a category. The problem that you solve, that's a message. That is your message. The problem that you're solving, that is your message. And I would like to go a step further in how this outline looks. What you're really creating is what we call a brand script. And a brand script talks about exactly who your target audience. I call them the hero of the story. And a lot of people make the mistake and think that you as the entrepreneur or your business is the hero, but it's your target audience. Your customer is actually the hero of the story. They have a problem, that's your messaging, and then you are actually the guide that helps take them from this place of issue to this place where that problem is solved and life is so much better. So your message is explaining how you do that process, that you're explaining that you understand who they are, what they are going through, you understand exactly what their problem is, and you're presenting a solution for them, and you're calling them to action to solve that problem, and you're letting them know that you are there to help them with that process. So all the messaging and communication that you put out there to people should essentially do that.
Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you think about that?
That was my favorite question because I never get to talk about this, and it is so important. So thank you. Thank you so much for including
No,
that.
I knew you was not got the part. I know that's your wheelhouse right there. I already knew what time it was.